What's happening, boys and girls? How the devil are we? Shanksy here, and today I want to start having a look at some of the new characters and the kits that are coming into Marvel Strike Force in the next couple of days. Now, I've got to be honest, depending on how long this video lasts, it could be all three of the new characters, or it might just be one and we'll break it down into 3 videos. I'm not really sure. Obviously, you'll know by the title, so you'll know before I know, you know? Yeah. So we're going to start off by having a look at Toad first. Now, at the end of this, I want to actually give my thoughts on the kit and the Brotherhood and everything like that. But just to start things off, we're going to have a little look at his artwork, his abilities, his stats, all that type of stuff. And then we will form our own opinion on whether he is a yay or a nay. But without further ado, as you can literally see just behind me, he's looking absolutely awesome with that animation. Loving the detail that's gone into all of him there. He's looking super, super cool. Now, if we have a little look at one of his other models, he's actually showing a lot more green than he looks in that particular picture. Maybe it's the lighting, maybe it's the shading, I don't know. But he's definitely looking a lot more green in that one. So I'm type of hoping they go with this. The shading on this, I really, really like, you know. Like, yeah, when the tongue comes out, you're going to get that pink and everything like that going around. But as far as his shading goes, I really like the pose here in this second model here. Definitely showing a little bit more of the amphibian within him. Then his actual profile pic is looking a lot more green as well, so I like it a lot. But why did the Brotherhood need some new members? Well, obviously, the Brotherhood's been an absolute fantastic team in a lot of nodes. You know, I still know a huge amount of people that rock Juggernaut and Magneto together in Arena. They're really, really good in war. They're great in war offense particularly. But they're not too good in raids, right? They're not too good in raids, and they've always been lacking that sustainability. So, hopefully, Toad, Blob are going to bring that sustainability, right? Right? But let's have a little look at the kit, shall we? So as you can see, we have got Toad's kit up here on the screen. His first ability is Tongue Lash. Acid Spray is his secondary ability. Leapfrog is his ultimate. And his passive is Amphibian Anatomy. So at level at 7 stars, gear tier 13, level 75 with 4 red stars on him, you can be looking at about 60k. Now, I've got to be honest, I don't know if the test server actually takes into account Stark Tech and all that stuff. I'm not sure. But at gear tier 13, level 75, 7775, 4 red stars on him, he's coming in about 60k. But let's have a little look at what these abilities actually do. And they only go, look at that little tongue popping out. I love it. Do that again. Do that again. I love it. What? Right. So his Tongue Lash ability is his first ability, as we've just said. Attack primary target for 260% damage. Apply offense down for 1 turn and slow for 2 turns. Now, this really takes into account, in my opinion, at level 5 when you apply the slow for 2 turns. Then at level 6 you get a little bit more damage. The tier 4s in this ability have just extra damage, but don't get me wrong, it's a fair chunk of extra damage. But whether or not that would make it a need to have, I don't think so in my book. I don't think so in my book. So level 5 is where that really kicks off and turns into a pretty decent ability. Acid Spray is attack primary target and all adjacent targets for 280% damage. Now, obviously, he's going to be paired with Magneto. Magneto goes super quick turn 1 because of the Brotherhood, drags everyone in together. Now, as long as you drag everyone in together, everyone's going to be adjacent. So that is type of going to hit everyone for 280% damage. Each target has all negative effects prolonged by a duration of 1. Now, keep in mind, if he goes just a little bit slower than Magneto, we're going to drag everyone together, use Acid Spray, and then that's going to prolong the blind for an extra turn. That's crazy. What? And again, this really kicks off at level 6, in my opinion. Each target has 3 random negative effects, duration prolonged, and then at level 6, damage to primary target and secondary targets, and then each target has all random negative effects prolonged. So really, level 6 is the big one there. And again, at level 7 for your tier 4s, you're only getting a little bit more damage. Now, where it's always nice, it's not essential in my book. Now, hopefully he starts full with that, right? And I don't know if he does. That's going to be the big problem as well for that team in my mind. Now, Leapfrog is his ultimate ability, and that is clear all negative effects from self, apply taunt and defense up to allied Blob. So you're going to need them working in conjunction together there. Attack primary target for 240% damage, clear 2 positive effects, chain to 4 to 5 adjacent targets for 240% damage, and clear 2 positive effects on each target. Counter attack breaks this chain, and if Blob is an ally, attack primary target and secondary target for 290% damage instead. This attack cannot be dodged or countered attack, so there's no breaking that chain if Blob is an ally. Now again, this one, we're probably looking at tier 4 in this one. Clear all negative effects from self, gaining additional damage, and making sure we chain to 4 to 5 adjacent targets as opposed to 2 to 3. That's a pretty big tier 4 ability in my mind. Leapfrog is a pretty big tier 4 ability. Looking good so far, but I don't know if you're noticing what I'm noticing. Is there any more sustainability in the team yet? Just seems like a lot more damage, right? Like a lot more damage. All right. Right, Amphibian Anatomy is his passive, and that is gain 25% dodge chance on spawn, fill 15% speed bar, fill 15% speed bar per Brotherhood ally. Now, is this going to make him quicker than Magneto? I don't know. Hopefully we're going to see some footage in a minute, and that should hopefully answer that question. Because at the moment I'm like, well, if he goes quicker than Magneto and his special doesn't start on full, is he as good as it sounds in my head right now? I don't know. And then 50% chance to gain assists now on each Brotherhood ally's turn. And keep in mind, guys, that is even at max level, so it's a 50% chance to gain assist. Almost acting as that Miss Marvel type, more probably Mr. Fantastic, where it's not guaranteed. And then in War, gain focus for self and Brotherhood allies. That's pretty damn nice, man. And you know what? With the extra focus in War, Brotherhood allies gain 60% focus. In War, Coulson is getting it. the Brotherhood, with that extra focus, Magneto is going to ruin his face. Going to knock his glasses on his face and go, have that, nerd. Going to be great. So, in War offense, they're looking really, really solid. And then, all right, let's have a little look at his base stats. And hopefully we'll move on. So, keep in mind, guys, this is level 75, gear tier 13. 82, pretty much 83k health. 8,789 damage, so not a huge amount of damage. Nothing to be like concerned about. He is a controller more than anything. 5,200 armor, 3,500 focus. That seems a little bit low to me for a controller. That does seem a little bit low. Resistance 2.6, crit damage 130, 10% crit chance now, 113 speed is pretty nice, man. He is going to be quick. Dodge chance, block amount, 100% accuracy, all the standard stuff. So that is Toad's kit, and I like it. I would love to know if this starts full. I don't know if it does or not. Hopefully, we're going to see some footage right now that will answer that question. So, stay where you are. Let's have a little butchers. So, right, guys, quick disclaimer. This is the first time I have seen this footage with you. And this is a Brotherhood team with Toad and Blob in it. Obviously, we've not yet looked at Blob's kit either. And going up against a very, very standard Shield Coulson team. So I don't know if this is in a war, I don't know if this is an arena, or what type of game mode this is in. But hopefully it will give us a rough idea of who goes first, how they go, etc. And give us a pretty quick look at their animations and whatnot. So, right, let's get into it. Play in here. We're doing this on normal speed. Magneto does go first, and I've got to be honest, that's so bloody important, especially for war. So important. So they're going to be boosting everyone up there. I'm saying that, is that Toad going first? That might actually be Toad going first. Okay, so he's attacking everyone. Lovely. That's a super cool animation. I've got a lot of time for that. Right, now Magneto goes. So in war, Magneto will be going second, but you could still apply that disrupt to Coulson. Okay, pretty cool. Pretty cool. Drags them all in together as we were expecting. Blob tank some damage there. I think he's got a taunt up by the looks of things. Alright, Blob goes in on Coulson. Blob! That's my special move, that and all. Alright, Shield Assault goes. Blob goes in again. Counter attack. Pyro goes in. Ruined Shield Security's day. So without seeing if that actually started on full, I don't know the turn meter or the turn order that you're going to be using his abilities in, but it is super cool that with the extra focus, I still think this is going to be incredibly viable to almost save them X-Men teams now, or Asgardians, or whatever team you're struggling with in war. Saving your X-Men for them. The Brotherhood are now going to be an incredibly viable counter. Coulson's dead, as we can see. That's his special there. So it didn't start on full. I believe he had 2 turns before it got up to full, and now it's just Medic, and Medic is all shades of in trouble because Blob is about to eat him up. He's about to eat him up. Bop! Go on then, son. So, right, having a quick look at their kit, and obviously we didn't... That was more for the turn meter, like the turn order and whatnot. They're looking incredibly viable. Without looking at Blob's kit, I'm going to end the video, guys, because we'll do 3 videos, 3 patches, 3 characters coming out in this patch. So we'll do 3 videos. So far, they've made them incredibly viable versus the Coulson team, which is like one of the marquee teams for your war defense, right? I haven't seen any extra sustainability. So in my mind, they're still not going to be a raid team. They're still not going to be one that I'm going to be like, yeah, Dark Dimension 3, come on, let's go. Or let's go for Ultima 7. You know, I'm not seeing that yet. But hopefully, we'll have a little look at Blob's kit a little bit later on. And we shall find out. But guys and girls, that is it for me today. I hope you've enjoyed the video. If you have, do me a massive favour. Hit that like button. Hit that bell. Hit that subscribe button. All that type of good stuff. You know the drill. You want to talk to me in person, leave a comment down below. I'll do my best to get back to you as quick as humanly possible. Discord links all down below and all that jazz. But until next time, I shall see you on the flip side. You take it easy.